You have to find it within yourself. If I've got to tell you to get up, and I've got to tell you to go to work, and I've got to tell you to do everything, then until that person stops telling you, you're never going to be able to achieve anything. So that's the best piece of advice I've been given, is find it within yourself to be motivated. You've been blessed with a brain, heart for emotions, spiritual connections.
Left hook head, left hook body. Good, body head. Good, and again.
So connect with like the positive forces in the world and find motivation to try and achieve something while you're here. That's the best piece of advice I've been given.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the heavyweight circus where discipline meets delusion and only one survives. Anthony Joshua isn't just training, he's constructing a monster. Spain has officially turned into his private lab, and every punch looks like it was designed by NASA and blessed by a blacksmith. AJ's moving like a man who already knows the ending. Happy fighter, dangerous fighter. And right now, Joshua's smiling like he's about to submit his opponent as a tax write-off. With UNCUT's precision team tuning him up, he's slicker, sharper, and scarier than ever.
Saying, I would say, there's a saying that a happy fighter makes a dangerous fighter, in the sense that if you put them in the right environment and their brain is receptive of what they're being taught, they're going to be more in tune with what they're going through. So I'm actually like, give me more, give me more, give me more.
That's his mindset in everything he does, whether it's training, whether it's work, whether it's helping other people. He just always wants to go that extra yard.
That's it, and again. Good, and again. Good, two more. One more of them. Good.
But here's where it gets hilarious. The world is split like a broken mouthguard. Half the fans are bracing for a masterclass, the other half praying for a Jake Paul miracle like he's the chosen one of boxing prophecy. Let's be real, Jake hasn't even eaten a true heavyweight punch yet. Meanwhile, Joshua specializes in sending souls on unplanned vacations. And that's why we're hooked. This isn't just hype, it's chaos versus craftsmanship.
I'm just focused on myself. I'm confident in myself. Jake could be 10 foot. I'm confident in myself. That's what I'm saying. It's not about how he is. I just really like, I've got a good team. I've been through ups and downs. I've stood the test of time. I'm passionate, I'm hungry, and I'm still here ready to fight my heart out. So I'm confident.
Experience versus audacity. A YouTuber stepping into the lion's den like it's a vlog. Whatever happens, this fight isn't just a fight. It's a heavyweight soap opera with gloves. Anthony Joshua isn't training. He's editing a masterpiece like Picasso with gloves. Every movement looks like it belongs in a museum of violence. This camp doesn't smell like sweat. It smells like intention. It's the kind of focus that makes trainers whisper, yeah, somebody's getting deleted. AJ's not punching pads, he's conducting an orchestra of destruction. Step, slide, pivot, boom.
Good, sometimes fighters will have a silent agreement where it's like, all right, you're not going to punch, I'm not going to punch. And we're just looking at each other. I'm not that kind of fighter. I'm going to be putting pressure on you even when you're not punching. So it'll be interesting to see how he deals with that type of pressure. And it takes a seasoned type of athlete to know how to deal with that. Boxing is not just the punches you see, it's the feinting, it's the distance, it's the, oh my God, through that jab, yeah, the intangibles. It's going to be really interesting to see how he deals with the intangibles.
If this was a documentary, the narrator would say, and this is where hope dies. While Jake Paul posts poolside selfies, Joshua's drilling combinations, like he's coding in Morse for knockout alerts. The man is obsessed, and obsessed fighters are terrifying. This version of AJ doesn't look prepared, he looks dangerous. And danger in a heavyweight body is a movie you can't stop watching. Spain should start charging AJ rent for turning the country into a boxing dojo.
It's one of the craziest propositions of all time. You take a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're going to fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division. Maybe we should watch the Francis Ngannou fight so you could see. Let's watch that real quick, just so you can see what Anthony Joshua is capable if he's fighting someone that's not in his league.
Training with UNCUT's precision team is like downloading a patch update that adds cheat codes. Suddenly, AJ's movements are cleaner than a 5-star hotel lobby. He's not just tightening combinations, he's rewriting them. Footwork sharper, counters quicker, rhythm smoother. If boxing was surgery, this is Anthony Joshua with a scalpel.
Look it. He loses to AJ. Where does he go from here? You know, like, who does he fight? You're gonna go back down to 135?
The problem is not that he loses to AJ. The problem is the way he's gonna lose to AJ might be life changing.
Right.
You know, so that's the real issue.
It could be life changing in many ways, right? Physically.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
See what he did in Nagano? You know, it's like. But then again, like, if he gets knocked out, he gets knocked out. Nobody really expects anything. So
Meanwhile, Jake Paul's team is probably Googling how to survive a heavyweight. AJ's evolution looks real-time every session, adding an upgrade. Spain didn't get sunshine. It got an earthquake wearing gloves. People think boxing is punches. Cute. Boxing is everything you don't see. Distance, feints, breathing, foot placement. The invisible math of violence. And AJ? He's solving equations Jake hasn't even been assigned yet. Joshua moves like a man who understands that the fight begins long before punches land. He's manipulating space like a chess master with a grudge.
whole different ball game. And when Jake gets hit by Anthony, like, do we even know how he can react to a big punch yet? We don't. He's never even got hit yet, like in a real fight. He's never taken a real punch. So that's what I'm saying. What are we about? Like, oh yeah, like AJ shot and he's getting knocked out a lot. But what about you? How are you gonna react when that big shot hits you? You think you're gonna snap back into it and know what to do? No, not gonna happen.
Jake Paul thinks he's studying boxing. AJ is studying Jake's soul. When AJ faints, it's not a fake. It's a question. Blink and you die? AJ promises pressure. Not pressure like, throw more punches. Pressure like, I will chase you until your dreams file a complaint.
Sleeps Anthony, just sleeps.
If Jake Paul beats Anthony Joshua, it would be the biggest upset in the history of sports.
In the history of sports, correct?
Not just boxing, in sports.
And Jake
that'd be
Paul,
crazy.
Bro, we'll never hear the end of it, ever. It'll be over. Jake Paul will be the greatest athlete of all time.
He's not agreeing to any silent sparring pact. He's bringing a storm. Imagine Jake Paul trying to breathe while a heavyweight skyscraper keeps stepping into his shadow. Pressure is AJ's favorite language and he's fluent. The internet is having a meltdown. Half the world sees a Joshua clinic loading. The other half is praying for a Jake Paul miracle like the algorithm depends on it. One side is talking logic, the other is writing fan fiction. The funniest part? Both sides are glued to the screen like this fight is the Super Bowl of delusion. Joshua's training says masterpiece.
Taylor the tape of Paul and Joshua.
I was gonna say they got him to weigh a grade of 245. That's only like 7 pounds less.
Yeah, that's nothing. And there's some sort of a rehydration clause. Listen, kids, it ain't gonna matter. There's not a chance that Anthony Joshua is not going to just lose the weight beforehand. He's not going to come in drained. What he's going to do is just do extra cardio, and that's just going to make him more dangerous. He's going to be terrifying, and he's going to have a lot to prove. He's going to be very angry that Jake Paul wants to fight him. If there's any chance in the world, knowing what Anthony Joshua is a specialist at, he's a specialist at putting knuckles through your fucking brain, and that's what he's going to try to do to Jake Paul. And anything other than that, from a 34-year-old Anthony Joshua, will make us all think it's a fixed fight. Whether or not Josh can do it, whether or not, Jake Paul shocks the world and shows us that he really does know how to box really well and moves really good and uses his jab and blows us all away with a strategy and a lot of footwork.
Jake's hype says prophecy. Only one side survives reality. This isn't a fight. It's entertainment chaos with boxing gloves. The drama is giving HBO. The tension is giving season finale. AJ brings credibility. Jake brings clout. And somehow, this fusion created a heavyweight soap opera where every episode looks like a cliffhanger. You don't even need to like boxing. This storyline grabbed everyone by the throat. Forget offense. Let's discuss survival. Jake Paul has never taken a real heavyweight punch. AJ throws the kind that rearrange future plans. When Joshua hits, you don't think you reboot. So the real question isn't, can Jake win?
Believe that Jake Paul is going to pull out of that fight. Might even do it the day of, correct? Correct? Okay. Who would he pull out to? He is the promoter. Who would he call? Does he send an email to himself? Does he send a text message to himself? Does he schedule a meeting, come in and sit down, cross the table and look in the eye himself? Like, It's the part that is the most fascinating about the whole thing is that Jake would be the one to be the skunk at the garden party. You believe that Jake Paul carries around with him a puncher's chance? Really? So he's got the ability, he's going to throw something from some weird direction. It's going to have so much power, and Anthony Joshua may not see it. And by the way, if he doesn't, it's going to connect him, even though it's a 12-ounce glove, and it's going to knock him out. Now, knock him down, I think you'd be going a little too far. I would definitely take your bet on that with no limit. But this isn't a knockdown game. You got to knock the guy out. You got to knock him down and then keep him there for an alleged count of 10, which could be any number, but it's an alleged count of.
It's can Jake remain conscious long enough to ask what happened? And that's what makes this matchup pure insanity. 2 weeks out, the madness feels biblical. Joshua sharpening tools like a craftsman. Jake Paul preparing like he's auditioning for fate. Fans flipping predictions every 30 minutes like crypto charts. This isn't a fight buildup, it's a cultural event powered by chaos, ego, and curiosity. We're not asking who wins, we're asking, are we about to witness history or a homicide?